Hello, it's Reluctant Rambler here, and today we're walking the historical Windsor Trail, which is a 3-mile walk. Coordinates can be found in the video description, and map with written descriptions can be found in the Reluctant Rambler magazine on issue.com. We start our walk today at Holy Trinity Church, which is situated at the top of Claremont Road and on Trinity Place. Designed by Edward Blore, who also designed Buckingham Palace, the church began construction in 1842 when Prince Albert laid the foundation stone. Built as a garrison church, it was originally thought of as an idea to give troops spiritual comfort whilst being stationed in Windsor. Subsequently, Queen Victoria gave 200 guineas for its original construction. A statue of Prince Albert can be found in the entrance hall. We now leave Holy Trinity Church and head up Trinity Place besides the east branch of College towards St Leonard's Road, which you turn left into. Continue along St Leonard's Road through the shopping area until you reach Queen Victoria's statue at the top of the hill. As you travel through the shopping area, you will see this Elizabethan building on your left hand side, which has now been turned into 2 shops, one of them being Oxfam. And as we continue along St Leonard's Road, we'll get our first glimpse of Windsor Castle up on the top of the hill. We have now reached Queen Victoria's statue on Castle Hill. Designed by Edward Byrne, it was erected in 1887 in celebration of her Golden Jubilee. And just to the left of us we have Windsor Castle, originally built as a modern bailey by William the Conqueror. Over the years it expanded drastically. It's still a royal palace. And just to the right you'll find the shop where H.G. Wells worked in 1860 as a draper's apprentice. And there's a plaque inside the doorway marking this occasion. We now turn to the right and head down the High Street towards Wren's Guildhall, which we can just see on the left hand side of the road. Built in 1687 under the direction of Sir Thomas Fitz, but on his death in 1689 the task was taken over by Sir Christopher Wren. The building was designed by Wren to be supported around its perimeter by stone columns, so like its predecessor it would provide a covered area beneath it for holding of corn market. The story is widely told that the Borough Council demanded that Wren should insert additional columns within the covered area in order to support the weight of the heavy building above. Wren, however, was adamant that these were not necessary. Eventually the council insisted, and in due course the extra supporting columns were built, but Wren made them slightly short so that they do not quite touch the ceiling, hence providing the claim that they were not necessary. In fact, the gaps are filled with tiles smaller than the actual capitals. Nearly all the buildings around the Guildhall are in fact from the 17th century. On the left of the Guildhall we have Queen Charlotte Street, which as per the Guinness Book of Records is the shortest street in England. This building, situated in the corner of Queen Charlotte Street, Market Cross House, has an extreme lean to its left. Originally built in 1718, it was rented by a butcher. as this area of Windsor was where the shambles were situated. As we continue down the High Street, on the right hand side we have the Castle Hotel, which was built on the size of an old pub. The pub for a long period of time was the only place you could actually stay in Windsor. And on the right hand side of the road we have this Victorian post box, painted in the original colour of green. As we continue down the High Street, we have St John the Baptist Parish Church. Built in 1822, it replaced a more older church, originally presumed to be built in about 1110. Designed by Charles Hollis, it was consecrated on the 22nd of June 1822 by the Bishop of Salisbury. When we reach the end of the High Street, with the junction between Auburn Street and Sheet Street, we find this old well, and beside it, an old airmail letterbox, which is the one painted in blue. And behind it, another entrance to Windsor Castle, this one for official visitors only. We now head off down Park Street, which is the middle of the three streets at this junction, and we head down towards Great Windsor Park and the Long Mile. There's some lovely Georgian buildings along this road. Just before we get to the gates of Windsor Great Park, we have the Two Brewers pub on the left hand side. Originally starting off as a coffee shop, it was established in 1792. It's a very popular traditional English pub. We now go through these ornate gates into Great Windsor Park and start on a long walk. The long walk is approximately 3 miles long, but we'll only be travelling a short distance along it. And as we look behind us, we probably have the most famous view of Windsor Castle. We travelled down the long walk for about 150 yards, and we see this gate on our right hand side. There is a pathway running from it which joins the long walk a bit further down. This leads us into Brook Street. When we go through the gate, we're now on Brook Street. There are some allotments on the left hand side. Continue along Brook Street to the very end where it joins Sheet Street. You have the wall of Victoria Barracks straight in front of you. When we reach Sheet Street, we turn to our right and head back towards the High Street. Victoria Barracks on the left hand side is the barracks for whichever foot guard unit is present on duty at Windsor Castle. We're now back at the top of the High Street, and we now wish to go down to Auburn Street, which is the road basically straight in front of you, with the entrance to Windsor Castle on the right hand side. As we head up to Walden Street, we have the rear of St John the Baptist on the left. On the left hand side, just past St John the Baptist, we have the Windsor Masonic Hall, and we wish to turn left here into Church Lane. Go down Church Lane for a very short distance, then turn right into Church Street. At the old King's Head, we have a copy of the warrant for the execution of King Charles I, with all the signatures. And next door we have the house where Noel used to live when she was Charles II's mistress. Here she actually bore him a number of children. A little further up, on the left hand side, we have the rear of the Carpenter's Arms. This was first mentioned in 1844, where it was situated on Queen Street, the original name of Market Street, and was famous as a meeting place for the local tradesmen. Etchings on the windows celebrate this fact. We now come out onto Castle Hill with the main entrance to Windsor Castle just in front of us. If you wish to visit Windsor Castle, turn to your right here and you'll have the Visitors Centre just up the road a little bit. We now go to the left here and we then turn to the right into Thames Street, just following the wall of Windsor Castle. In front of us we can see the Curfew Tower, also known as the Bell Tower and the Clock Tower. This part of Windsor Castle was a prison at one stage. Originally built in 1227, after the siege of Windsor during King John's time. As we continue along Thames Street, we go past the Theatre Royal. This is an Edwardian theatre, and is the only unsubsidised theatre in Britain to be used all year round. When we reach the corner of Thames Street and Dutchett Road, we have the George V Memorial, designed by Edward Lutyens. We now turn right next to the memorial into Datchet Road and head towards Farmyard beside the Windsor Neaton Riverside Station. Turn left at the station and walk down Farmyard towards the River Thames. And here we are at the River Thames near Windsor Bridge, and this is where we'll be finishing our walk today. If you found the video useful, please leave a like as it can help the channel. Thank you for watching.